Welcome to Maastricht. Located in the heart of Europe, Maastricht is in the south of the Netherlands, only 2 hours from both Brussels and Amsterdam, and close to the Belgian and German borders. The city is perfectly situated for those who want a truly international experience. It is a small city, but there is everything you could need, from shops and bars to restaurants and cinemas. Maastricht is a hub of cultural activities. Amongst them, annual art and jazz fairs, as well as summer music festivals and regular exhibitions, plays, open mic nights and jam sessions. Almost half of the student population come from outside the Netherlands. This makes for a wonderful learning environment and a great opportunity to make friends from all over the world. The university has 6 faculties, and almost all of the courses are taught entirely in English. Maastricht is one of the pioneers of the teaching system called problem-based learning. Problem-based learning, or PBL, is focused on the students. Centred on small tutorial groups, it encourages interactive, independent study. The groups change at the end of every module, and at the end of every 8-week period there is also an examination period. Right from day one, the exams are constant, and all of them count towards your final degree. It is a lot of work, but if you are prepared to work hard, it is a highly rewarding system. There are also strict attendance requirements, meaning you are expected to participate in the majority of tutorials and lectures. It is a very different system to the UK, which helps explain the different requirements for getting in. The grades expected are not very high. However, the Netherlands believes that everyone should have the right to attend university. It is then up to you to work hard and make the most of the opportunity. Due to the nature of this system, there are a lot of students who drop out in the first year. If you are interested in Maastricht University, make sure you understand this difference. It is a big commitment with a lot of hard work, and you don't want to be one of the students who don't make it through the first year. So it is important to understand that whilst it might be a bit easier to get into university here, it's not so easy to stay. Now let's hear from some of our British students.
I just kind of stumbled across it, I guess. I was searching on the internet trying to think, I wasn't even really searching, I just vaguely had an idea in my head that I wanted to go to university at some stage, and I started looking through universities. I like the idea of Holland because it's close to home but it's still foreign, and I found Maastricht University and they had lots of courses that I like the sound of, and it's all being taught in English, so I thought that really sounded perfect.
I had a German housemate who told me that Maastricht University was a really good university, that it was international and that it was high on the rankings, so I decided to have a look.
Well, I wanted to study a liberal arts degree, and there were none available in the UK of the same kind that are available in the Netherlands. And there are about 5 or 6 university colleges available around the Netherlands, but I chose Maastricht because of the PBL system, so the problem-based learning system, and also because Maastricht, I think, is a uniquely exuberant city in its cultural life and in its heritage and its history, so it's a really wonderful setting to study in.
I wouldn't say the food, but yeah, learning a new language is great.
If you're sat there with a French person and there's an American and there's a Dutch person and a German, like, you're obviously going to have people from different educational backgrounds, so they're going to have different perspectives on the same topic, and I think that forces you to open your mind a little bit and kind of see things from a different perspective.
By this time I was already really used to applications, so I actually found this one the easiest of all of them. There was also a community, which was really helpful, so it was quite easy.
It's a unified system where you just go through one website, but there are a number of extra steps to take, but the university was very helpful in guiding me through these steps, be it by email contact or through personal contact on open days and so on.
I didn't find it very difficult to get used to it. I think people here are really friendly and it's very beautiful. Very plural, there are people from all sorts of backgrounds, all sorts of countries, and then there are people who have lived in 5 different countries who don't really have a nationality, who are sort of like citizens of the world. So it's really easy to make friends because of that, I think, and it's very welcoming.
I found it, it was not particularly challenging, I don't think so. I've never lived abroad before, so this was my first time leaving the UK, but I found it to be a fairly smooth transition in general.
But I've lived in other countries before, I've moved here, and it's definitely different, and you start university straight away as well. It's not like in the UK where it's a gradual process building up to your first exams. It's right at the deep end, and yeah, it was difficult, but it's worth it. But it's not compulsory, and everyone here speaks perfect English anyway.
Since I've been here, I've been able to pick up some Dutch, and I can have a very basic conversation in Dutch, and I think that's been a nice added benefit to studying here, but it's certainly not a necessary requirement to living in the Netherlands. I think almost all Dutch people are fluent in English.
With every system, it's not going to be perfect, but I think the fact that Maastricht even make the effort to go, okay, this is centered on the student, this is centered on learning, and we're not here to just fill you up with knowledge, you're here to kind of gain it yourself and be critical about what you're learning.
I think that it's conducive to some people's learning styles, but not everybody. So if you're really shy and you're not outgoing, then you might find it more difficult to adapt. However, for me, I've always been the sort of person who talks a lot and wants to listen to other people and share ideas. So I think that it's probably the best learning system for me.
A system like PBL work, it really requires that everyone has been there and everyone has done the reading, which means that Maastricht has a very strict attendance record system, which means that if you want to pass your courses, and if you want to pass your exams and get your degree in the end, you're going to have attended a very large proportion of the PBL sessions, tutorial sessions, lectures and so on that are available.
I think that it's definitely for the more adventurous sort of explorer type people. I wouldn't really recommend it to people who don't like to meet other people or people from other nationalities.
Dutch style of learning really is very much an intense one, and it requires a lot of dedication, a lot of ambition, but I think it's really rewarding to be able to go through it. So for students that really are engaged with their studies and really want to take that seriously, I think it's a fantastic environment to be in.
The fees are really quite reasonably priced, and the university's high in the rankings. The professors are very approachable, and you're very close to other cities. You can go to Belgium, you can go to Germany very easily, and I think that that's beneficial.
It's great here, it's like in the centre of Europe, it's fantastic.
If you would like to apply to Maastricht University, we recommend you do so before the beginning of April. To start an application, visit www.studylink.nl. If you would like to find out more about admissions and applying to Maastricht University, visit www.maastrichtuniversity.nl or contact us in the following ways. So, why would you choose Maastricht University? Well, if you want to live in a beautiful European city and have a different experience that will broaden your horizons and make you stand out from the crowd, then Maastricht University could be the place for you.